About 3 years ago, I sold everything I owned or gave it away, one or the other. Got all brand new stuff, leased a beautiful place in downtown Kent, right in the middle of the city, and decorated my whole apartment around this beautiful lemongrass green leather sofa. It was delivered damaged, and I was distraught when it came, especially when the people told me that it was a discontinued sofa and I could not get it anymore, that I would have to have it repaired as opposed to replaced. They said it was discontinued, but I called Norwalk Furniture and it was, however, not discontinued. So I called Norwalk Furniture and I cussed at them and I made up cuss words that I can't even remember what they are today. But lo and behold, I did not have to have my sofa repaired. It was replaced, and then I was happy.
After the first 2 U-Haul trucks broke down, I was forced to move all of our belongings from a 24-foot U-Haul truck into a new 24-foot U-Haul truck. It took me about 4.5 hours by myself in the U-Haul parking lot. When I was finished, they offered me a store credit of $50 for any supplies in their store, which would have been more helpful prior to the 4.5 hours I've been spent moving.
Every single time my internet goes down at home. I don't understand why these internet companies can't get their stuff together.
Poor customer service I recently experienced was I had a large order and there were no cash registers open, so I had to take it to the self-checkout at the Giant.
Starbucks. I would say about 30% of the time my drink was made wrong, and sometimes they would be happy to remake it, and sometimes the baristas would really have a bad attitude about it. And that really bothered me because their policy is, we want your drink to be made right, and if it's not, please let us know and we'll make it again. So clearly some of their baristas didn't adhere to that or didn't do it with a happy attitude.
I feel like it's every single time I call a lender to find out where my payoff is, I've ordered 3 times.
At Chick-fil-A, believe it or not. The mistake though was I went during the lunch hour and there were lines and lines of cars. So instead I thought, well, I'll find a parking spot and go inside, it'll be faster. It took me 15 minutes to get through the line, and I love Chick-fil-A, but that was a bad experience.
The other day while driving home from work, I was aggressively hit by a woman named Zebra driving a white Kia Soul. Fortunately, there was an off-duty sheriff's detective driving right behind her who said that it was her fault. Unfortunately, neither my insurance company, the auto body shop, the rental car agency, or even the police department that responded to the incident seems to really know what happened or what needs to happen next. Therefore, nothing's happening right now, and I have to guess.
I was going through a bank drive-thru, and I put my check through the tube, and about 15 minutes later, they still hadn't confirmed my deposit. So I went into the bank and asked what was going on. They said they were really busy, and I said, okay, well, could I have my check back? And they said, sure, and didn't really seem to care. And I said, do you even care about your customers, or that I've been a customer for 20 years? And they said, we're just really busy right now. So I said, okay, I'd like all my money out of my account, and I would like to go next door, close my account and go next door to the bank across the street. And they said, okay, if that's what you want to do. So some situation that could have been diffused by an apology or a, gee, we're really sorry, that was all it would have taken. But unfortunately, they just didn't care.
It's pretty much any time I go to Walmart, and I try to avoid it at all costs, but that's probably the worst place on earth.